What is up, everyone? Mule Kick Media here, and today's more of an update video because I want to talk about the current situation with me and games at the moment, and the games that are coming out that interest me recently. Because, as you may or may well not know, we're in kind of a dry period for games at the moment. Like, there is really not anything that it's not really anything that's really coming out recently that's, piquing my interest. I mean, of course, you've got No Man's Sky, but that's a game that I'm not looking forward to one bit, to be honest. Like, it just doesn't appeal to me. It's not my kind of game. And other than that, there aren't really any games that come to mind for me that, that are coming out now or have been released now that really interest me that have released recently. I mean, I know I've made myself the promise that, I'm going to go get, Ratchet & Clank and Dark Souls 3. But I still haven't done that, to be honest, because I just haven't really felt the urge to go and play them. I mean, they're not really games that I've thought to myself, oh yeah, I really need to go to the store, I really need to go and get these games. I haven't really had that mindset with, these games, and with the games that have come out recently, like No Man's Sky has been getting incredibly mixed receptions, but I think the general, from what a lot of my, trusted people who I trust with their reviews have said about the game, is that it gets pretty repetitive after the 5 or 3 hour mark, so it's definitely not a game that I'll be getting. I'm definitely not going to get No Man's Sky. It's just not the kind of game that appeals to me. And so with that, I want to talk about the games that are going to be coming up after this month, so the September video games. And I really do think that September is going to be the month where we start to see more of these big releasing games, the kind of games that start to get more recognition. So let's kick into them, and there's really only two that I'm massively interested in, if I'm going to be completely honest, and they are the BioShock collection, which of course basically just the remaster of all three BioShock games, BioShock 2 and BioShock Infinite. And then, of course, the other one, the game that is, of course, the cancer of the universe, but something that I still absolutely insist on getting every single year, and that is FIFA. Yep, I'm actually getting FIFA 17. As much as I rage about every FIFA every single year, I am still getting FIFA 17. Because, and I'm probably going to sound like a complete twat for saying this, but it looks to actually be changing something. And I say maybe changing, because this is fucking EA we're talking about. I mean, if them actually innovating is a miracle. So we'll have to see on how good they are how good it's gonna be with FIFA 17. I have my hopes for it. I hope it can be a good FIFA. I mean, FIFA 16 for me was a really big step down. Like, the community was pretty much dead for that game by the time it was 2016. And it just wasn't as fun to play at all during the summer period. Like with FIFA 14 and 15, at least it was fun to play that over the summer. But with 16, it just wasn't. So I hope 17 can improve. I mean, you've got the journey mode with Alex Hunter, which is going to be included in the demo. There's some new modes coming to Ultimate Team, which is going to be pretty cool. And I just hope that the improvements they bring to this FIFA will actually be decent ones. Because really, the last FIFA that really, where I felt like a massive upgrade in gameplay and visuals and all that stuff was really FIFA 13, where they transferred engines, and I hope that 17 can be like that in terms of that jump. Even if it's not massive, at least to me it'll feel like more of a jump than the most recent game. So I hope FIFA 17 is ultimately a good sports game. Of course, I'm not expecting it to be a Game of the Year contender, obviously, but I just hope it's a game that I can go on every now and then and just play for a bit of fun. And then, of course, we have the BioShock collection. Now, I am a big fan of the BioShock series. BioShock 1 is probably one of the best games of last generation. It was absolutely amazing. Just, the story in itself was fantastic. Has one of the best plot twists in gaming history. I really enjoyed that game. Just the way it was able to have these first-person shooting mechanics and all these other things in this really memorable and quite tense environment of Rapture was awesome. BioShock 2 I thought was good. It was a very good game, but I didn't really feel it improved on BioShock 1, and to me was just nowhere near as memorable, but still a very, very good game. And I definitely think that if you've played the first game and you loved it, definitely get BioShock 2 because you'll enjoy it. And then, of course, you have BioShock Infinite, which I thought was a good game, But if I'm going to be completely honest, upon replaying it, I gotta say, I kind of enjoyed playing Bioshock 2 more than Bioshock Infinite, and I don't think I'm alone in saying that. I mean, I liked Infinite as a game, but I felt like the setting of Columbia just wasn't as memorable to me as Rapture. And also, I felt like the story got a bit too convoluted. I mean, they did explain it pretty well, but it just felt too convoluted. It was like they were just trying to confuse people who maybe aren't used to scripts that are as complex as Bioshock Infinite's. But I still felt like it was a very good game. I liked the gameplay mechanics that they brought to it. Even though if I did feel that the game was a bit too easy with some of the additions, like the fact that you could have pretty much infinite ammo supply with Elizabeth, and also the fact that you could sprint, which you couldn't do in the originals. But I still felt it was a very good game, definitely enjoyed it. And also with the collection, you do get all of the DLC as well. So you get, of course, the Burial at Sea DLC with Bioshock Infinite, which I haven't played, but I have heard is very, very good. And also the Bioshock 2 story DLC, which I've heard is some of the best DLC on last gen. So that definitely has me excited for it. Those are probably the two games that I'm definitely going to be getting in September. I also know that the Resident Evil 4 remaster on PS4 comes out, I think, at the end of August or early September. Not 100% sure. It might differ because based on the US release, I think it releases late August. So in the UK, it might be later, but I don't know. I might get it. It just depends really on how I feel. But we'll see. We'll see how it is. And fingers crossed, the collection will be really good, and that the DLC that will be included in it, in terms of the story-wise, will be good for Bioshock Infinite. I might get Resident Evil 4. It just depends really on how much money I have left, because I think it's about £15. Not 100% sure, but we'll see. So that's pretty much it for my discussion on September games for what I'll be getting. If you've got any game recommendations for games that have come out recently that you think I might be interested in, then please let me know in the comment section below. I'd like to hear the games that you've been playing recently that have come out, within like the last month that you've been really enjoying, because it'd be interesting to hear about it. And with that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching the video, and yeah, hope to see you again next time.